Did you say 53?
53, yeah. All right. The name has it. The title has everything you need to know about percentile. It ranks you. Okay, it ranks a score to the others, right? It ranks or compares a value to all others. What happened? You're writing this down, right? To all others. In the set. In the set. Okay. The term percentile has the same base as the term percent or percentage. So it's out of 100, right? Percentile, we're thinking out of 100. Is used to organize sets so that we can see how one compares to the other values in the data set. A percentile rank indicates the percentage of values of the given data that are lower. So highlight, I'm going to use a different color for this one. It tells you the percentage of values that are lower than the given number. Emphasis on lower. I'm going to circle lower as well. Okay. If a number is said to be at the 60th percentile, okay, it means that 60% of the numbers in the set are below a given number. Did you catch that part? Let's try that one more time. If I say, my test score that I got in a math course in university puts me in the 60th percentile, it would mean that 60% of my classmates scored below what I scored. That's what it means. So please don't hear this. I'm in the 60th percentile. Oh, Mr. Dirksen scored at 60%. That's not what I'm saying. If I'm in the 60th percentile, it means that 60% scored lower than me. You don't know what my score is at this point unless I reveal that to you, right? But percentile rank does not tell us the actual score. Alternate notations. The province has told us that we need to make sure you understand that P60 is the same thing as 60th percentile, is the same thing, I just found a new one, is the same thing as PR 60. Okay, all of these are saying the same thing, so don't panic when the province uses one of these different notations. They all mean the same thing. Okay, let me see here. This is the formula you need to have on your study sheet. Okay, here it is. This one. Where I'm just going to say B represents the values below. Okay, that's what that means, values below. And N means total values in set. Okay. I think you need to make sure B and N also make it to the study sheet so you know what they mean. Right? I don't know what color would be best for this one, but I will make sure you understand. You have to use whole numbers only when you answer, and we do not use percent. Even though it says percentile ranking, we do not use that symbol. Okay, you can calculate it all, it could be beautiful, but if you put percentage on there, you're gonna lose marks. Okay, so you cannot put that on there. So here we go. Another illustration for you. If I say that my percentile rank is in the 80th percentile, just write 80th here. That means that if this is you, right? If this is you right here, let's highlight you. If your score, or it could be my height my height would probably be higher than 80th percentile. Probably be like 99th percentile, right? Because most people are shorter than me. But consider any attribute, any score, any value, temperature, you name it. If that's the one you want and it's 80th percentile, it means that 80% of data or people are below you, right? So meaning 80th percentile tells us that 80% of people are shorter than you. So if your height is said to be in the 80th percentile, that means that 80% of the people on average are going to be shorter than you. Okay. I don't know where am I adding this here? Okay, I'm going to talk about it. You're ready for this one? You can never say that my height is 100th percentile. You can never say 100 because you are part of that data set, right? So you can't say 100% of people are shorter than me because you're part of that data set. So you can only say 99. So that's the highest. Number 1 to 99 is the highest you can use. And one more time, I'm going to circle this. I've said it already. It does not tell you the actual score, but how your score compares to the rest. And by score, I mean whatever number we're after. It could be height, it could be your test score, it could be, temperature, you name it. And I'm going to skip page 54 for now. I'm going to do that tomorrow. I feel like it's just fine not talking about that today. We'll actually just focus on calculating the percentile rank for various sets. Okay, let's go to 55. Freedom 55, right? That's where a lot of people want to retire. The players on a senior boys volleyball team have the following heights. Here they are. Okay, they're not arranged. You notice that? Sometimes the province arranges them, sometimes they don't. But this is definitely not arranged. You have them all scrambled up. But calculate the percentile rank, there it is, of the players with the following heights. Then explain what your answer represents. Okay. So we know we're going to have to use this formula. PR is B over N times 100. When you hear percentile rank, you should immediately think, oh, calculate. I'm going to go get that formula that I have on my study sheet that tells me how to calculate that. Can we just say this is you for now? This is you. This is the height you're considering. How many players are shorter than you, measuring 172 centimeters? Let's go find them. So I'm going to put a little tick on them. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What about 172? It's not shorter. Where was I? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There are six players are shorter. This is what I call below, right? Are below your height. And how many players are there in total? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. 12 players total. This is including you. This is important that you understand that that's including you. The 12, you're including yourself. So this is how easy that is. PR would be 6 over 12 times 100. And if you actually, right, you know this is going to be 0.5 times 100. That's actually 50th, right? Or you can actually answer PR50 or P50. They're all the same thing. What does this mean? Meaning 50% of players are shorter than, you can either say, well, there's no name attached to this player, so we're just going to say shorter than 172 centimeters. That's the meaning of what you just found. So in this case, we do know the actual score. But in general, if you're just given the percentile rank, you don't. Okay, let's keep going. One more time. So now we reset. And so we're going to say this is you now. So how many players are shorter than you? How many in total? We still have 12. That doesn't change because we're talking about the same set. We'll figure out how many are shorter than 190. Let's see here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Can't count 190, right? 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So 11 are shorter. Then what? Shorter than 190. That's the one we're considering. That's the one that is you maybe in this scenario. PR. 11 over 12 times 100. So here you get a decimal, correct? So this is, I strategically picked this number. 11 divided by 12 times 100. You can write down 91.67 if you want, but you answer, you either say 91st or 92nd. Either or. The province is okay, but you don't keep it as a decimal. Mr. Dixon, do I have to have the ND, the ST? No, even that the province would be okay with you just putting down a whole number. But you're either in the 91st percentile or 92nd percentile. Okay, meaning? What is the meaning of this? Well, depending on which one you pick, 92% of players are shorter than 190 centimeters. That's what we've determined in this calculation. So you're like, why is this being used? Well, I know that in the medical field they use it all the time. So when we had our little babies, right? You have to go in and get it. Your baby gets weighed, and they measure the head and everything, right? They do a check, and they have this chart. Okay, your baby is in this percentile based on the weight. If you're on the higher percentile, your baby's chubby, right? Like doing what it's supposed to. When it's too low, like if you're like in the 10th percentile, that means that your baby isn't heavy enough, right? So not enough weight what should be. Yeah. Yes, that's a good point. Yeah. For the meaning, yes. But when you're calculating, when you're using this formula, whole numbers only. The meaning is they don't ask for it all the time, but there could be a multiple choice. Hey, if somebody has an 80th percentile, what does this mean? A, 80% are taller than you, 80% are shorter than you. It's always shorter. It's always below. Okay. Could there be a player with 100th percentile? Nope. since that would mean that 100% of players are shorter than the one considered. Let's do a visual here. Let's go 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. If this is you, right? If that's you, if all the other ones are shorter than you, that would be 9 out of 10 times 100. So that would be 90th percentile. So you just can never have 100 because you are part of the set. So if you're considering yourself, you could have 99 below you, 99th percentile, but you cannot have 100 percentile ever, okay? It's just not possible because you are part of that set. Okay, let's keep going. I would like you to go to 56. Before we go, I want you to try these two questions, okay? This one in the middle here with the bunch of values there. Using the following information about a class of chemistry tests results, determine the percentile rank. Highlight that maybe. Determine the percentile rank for what? For a student who achieved 72. Before you go, I want you to, this is actually an old exam question. This one right here. Would you be able to do it? You should be thinking, oh yeah, that's this one. This one. Yeah, I know how to do that. Figure out B, figure out N, and figure out the percentile ranking right now. Try it before we go home. Don't pack yet. So I have, how many did you count? 18? 4 times 4 is 16. Yeah, 18. So 18 are below. My N would be 2, 4, 6, 8 times 4, 32. 32 values. 18 values below 72. We're assuming it's 72%, right? So here we go. Now you're ready. PR. 18 over 32. Right now. Hey, where are you? Want me to send her your way? Okay. Right. All right. What is the answer? Oh yeah. Okay, times 100. So it's okay to do this, but make sure the last thing you do is 56 or 57. Okay. You can do 56 if you don't do the whole number. Yeah. Last exam, last semester, they actually had a student, like a student sample, and they asked you as a student writing the exams, like, what did the student do wrong? And that was it. Just like they didn't round the last answer. Okay. I will say this. Focus on the take-home quiz, but I will post pages 56 to 58 for you to practice. There's also a test review at the back of this booklet. If you want the test review on top of this, I will post that as well, but tomorrow probably.